Milan stretched their unbeaten run to 17 matches in Serie A after sharing the spoils against Genoa earlier on in the week. But the focus was very much on the 2 points dropped in the battle for first place. The rossoneri now travel to Tuscany to take on a resurgent Fiorentina, who have secured 7 of their 13 league points in their last 4 Serie A matches. La Viola are starting to believe that they can pull off the great escape, but to make it 3 home wins in a row, they will have to beat the only team still unbeaten away from home in Serie A. After dropping points against Genoa, Milan are looking to put the pressure on Inter and Napoli at the top of the Serie A table. They're up against a Fiorentina side who are starting to put some results together after what has been a horrific season so far for La Viola, but things are looking up for Paolo Vanoli and his players. One of Vanoli's biggest concerns has been to address the character and mentality of his team. Fiorentina, the side who have lost the most points from winning positions this season, 18 in total. But they are a side who in their last 2 games have been able to come away with something. First burst forwards here for Pongracic. Came off Pongracic last, who was pretty isolated there. Didn't have anywhere to go. De Gea. Dodot. Dodot's kept on running, and it's a good ball to find him. Ken in the middle. Brazilian with a first rush here. Pulls it back. Gosens' strike. Didn't catch it badly. The German. Scored against Lazio. It's much closer to the goal when he netted past Provedel. Pavlovic certainly not the only player who does that. Füllkrug has lost it. Gudmundsson. Pongracic. Blocked by De Winter. Really good defending. Pulisic. Has the speed. Pulisic through on goal. Stopped by De Gea. And Pulisic might have caught David De Gea a little bit there as he's stretching for the ball. Fagioli, no match for Pulisic there in terms of the speed of the American. Fagioli. Gosens. It's dangerously headed back across by Stupinian. Enough for Maignan to grab hold of it, and Yashari can stretch his legs a little bit here. He's tailed Yashari, but he's held on to it. Stupinian. Loftus-Cheek. Pongracic keeping a very close eye on Füllkrug. Constantly got a player on his back, the German. Dodot. Ken. Great work by Moise Ken. Looked to me like Gabbia had held the Italian back there. Salimakers. Ricci. Loftus-Cheek. Surprising start to the game from Milan. Pulisic. Fulkrug, Pulisic. And he's hit the side netting, Christian Pulisic. Surprised he didn't take on the strike earlier. Here. And he's upset with himself, his reaction says it all. But there, he takes an extra touch. He was just 1v1 with David De Gea. Chose to go round the goalkeeper, took it a little bit too wide. Pulisic. Starting to find his feet in this game, Pulisic. Delayed the pass slightly to Fulkrug, who'd found himself in a little bit of space. Ricci. Pulisic. Fulkrug. Pulisic. Saved by De Gea. Twice that Christian Pulisic has failed to convert a 1v1. Fiorentina starting to be opened up by Milan. This is great play by Fulkrug. And you'd have backed Pulisic to take this chance. Goodmanson. Twisting, turning, Goodmanson, now the cross. Stupinian away. Play it down as Fulkrug has picked out Pulisic. Pulisic goes alone and puts it just wide. Fulkrug was waiting, but possibly pulled a little bit too far away from Pulisic for the American to try and find him. The finish once again. Loftus-Cheek. Turns Ndur. Dispossessed though by Ndur, who's dispossessed by Salimakers. Davide Massa, very aggressive there as Cossens takes a couple of steps backwards to avoid being, and a yellow card is shown to Vanali, I believe it is, and it's going to be a red card to somebody. Paolo Vanoli sent off here by referee Davide Massa. His emotions getting the better of him, the Fiorentina head coach. Moise Kean was shown a yellow card earlier on for dissent. That was a first warning. I don't think Cossens was shown one. Vanoli has been sent off. Dodot. Fajali. Lovely ball. Goodmanson leaves it for Fajali. Ndur all alone. Parisi. Now Dodot. And the little deflection takes it into the arms of Mike Maignan. And that is the half-time whistle. Biggest talking point so far is that Paolo Vanoli has been shown a red card in this first half. Christian Pulisic has been guilty of wasting a couple of big chances. But at the break, it is Fiorentina 0, Milan 0. Massimiliano Allegri and Milan struggling to get out of second gear. De Gea with a couple of good saves at the break. Fiorentina 0, Milan 0. Second half gets underway. Fiorentina looking for a fast start with Dodò getting past Estupiñán. 3 players to aim for. Early corner. Good tussle there with Estupiñán. Fagioli. Parisi. Fagioli. Good vision. Dodò with options. Mandragora 1. Played in beautifully. And Maignan didn't know much about it, but makes the save. Gudmundsson. Comes off to Winter. Mandragora unhappy with his teammate there. Wanted the ball played into him. Another corner. Estupiñán's header clear. Parisi connects nicely and held onto by Maignan. Back on the ball here, Mandragora with Parisi. Good ball. Ken, stopped by Gabbia. And again. Still Fiorentina in possession though, Parisi. Mandragora. Hasn't had a chance to shoot, Mandragora. Fiorentina with plenty of bodies forwards. Endure. Fagioli, tidy turn. Now Dodò. Dodò strike, deflected and over. Mike Maignan left flat-footed there, but thankfully for him, the ball was never going to dip in time. Fagioli. Fiorentina for now not happy to just settle for the draw. Trying to inject more pace into the game, more so than Milan. And that's picked out Ken. Here's Fagioli. Again, purple jerseys coming forwards in numbers. Gudmundsson. Fagioli. Mandragora peeled away, waiting for the cross. Leao can't take that one. Dodò. Good ball! Cousins nearly scoring in back-to-back league games there. Mandragora again. Dodò can cross. Gabbia in the right place. Just feel like something's coming here for Fiorentina. Fagioli. Endure. Deflected again. And wide it goes, but it's another corner. Gudmundsson. It's in! It's Pietro Comuzzo. Fiorentina through and through, Pietro Comuzzo. And he might just be giving La Viola their biggest win of the season so far. It's been coming. Milan guilty of being far too passive. Look at where Comuzzo is. Nobody's picking him up. He's right in the middle. Bartesaghi loses his man. Maignan doesn't come for the ball. And the result is Fiorentina lead, thanks to Pietro Comuzzo. Fofana, a bit of space for the Frenchman. Salemakers, Pulisic. Ricci, bit of space. Cross comes in now. Rafa Leao, away by Comuzzo. Bartesaghi and Nkunku. Ricci drives, but drags it wide. It's been too little of that from Milan. Fiorentina sitting deep at the moment, it's true. Salemakers trying to dribble his way through. Referee saw nothing wrong with that. Salemakers has found Fofana. Through to Nkunku, and there's the equalizer. Christopher Nkunku scores late on for Milan. The substitute has given the Rossoneri a lifeline here. Fiorentina unhappy. There are big appeals for a free kick here on Fagioli. So this goal is far from being definite. Let's have a look. No, I think the referee's got that absolutely spot on. Solomon. Brescianini. Fiorentina corner. Leao to Salemakers. And Brescianini are tracked all the way back. Ken. Gabbia tried and failed to bring Ken down. Solomon. Fagioli. His strike. And Brescianini off the crossbar. How unlucky. Salemakers has given it straight to Dodot. Solomon. Ken trying to stay on side. Saved by Maignan. Still not over. Solomon. Fofana blocks. Fagioli once more. Ranieri. Fiorentina corner. Breathless end to the game. What a chance for Brescianini to win the game. Solomon's corner. Brescianini and Maignan holds. Is there time for one further chance? No. Breathless finish to the game, but the honours are shared here at the Franchi between Fiorentina and Milan. It's another point and another step in the right direction for Fiorentina, who for the first time this season go 3 unbeaten in the league. For Milan, it's 2 more points dropped. They've dropped 4 points in the last 2 matches, as Inter and Napoli will be left to fight it out this evening at San Siro. Disappointing result for the Rossoneri. It could be a costly result. Final score here, the Artemio Franchi. Fiorentina 1, Milan 1.